Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Black Eel Podcast, where Scott and Mike are going to be talking about the 4 trailers that came out this week, which were 2 for The Mandalorian, 1 for Spiderman, and 1, which we were all surprised about, Daredevil. Then moving on to the 3-episode season 4 premiere of Invincible, and then we'll be ending with a character spotlight from me. Is that cookie dough? I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard. You know how fat I am, right? I can smell the cookie dough from here, and I don't even have smell-o-vision yet. And am I wrong? No, I'm not.
It's red velvet. It's red velvet cake.
Let me see that again. Put it to the camera. Oh, I see the red now. I see the red chunks. Oh, you just let it go to soup. You're disgusting. Yeah. Anyway.
I had a drive home,
Oh, please. Like, you've never... Oh, because you were texting the whole time. I was like, you've never eaten ice cream while driving? Come on. I've done it.
Not with a spoon.
Oh, I have.
Oh.
Anyway, I feel like it's best if we go over Daredevil first. I feel like this one gave us kind of a better idea of what Daredevil's team is going to look like in season 2. So right now it's looking like it's going to be obviously Karen, Paige, we have Jessica Jones, Daredevil himself, we have Bullseye, we have the Swordsman, and we have White Tiger.
Yep. And obviously, like I had said, I will admit that I'm very wrong. It does look like Bullseye is in fact part of the team.
I will say more this trailer than the last one.
Yeah. So I'm curious. I'm curious how that's going to come together, because obviously we know this Fisk is hunting everybody. We know this. I just didn't think that Matt was going to ever work with Bullseye. So
I think it's one of those things where they both have the same goal, and he's gonna allow it to go until it's done, and then he's gonna take him out.
Yeah, I'm just curious how it's going to get to that point.
100% agreed. I mean, we don't know all the details because maybe Matt's not the one that gets him to join the team. It could be Karen. Because we are just assuming Matt's running it when realistically he might not. But yeah, no, I mean, I thought it was interesting. I liked it. Obviously, we don't see White Tiger as White Tiger. We see his niece, who we are assuming is going to be the next White Tiger.
I mean, they obviously the last season they were hinting that it was going to lead to her, but
well, and also too, if I remember correctly, it was a medallion that was passed down from generation to generation, I believe, is what he said as well.
Yeah, and she found the medallion, if I remember correctly. Because obviously he didn't give it to her, but I think she found it.
Well, yeah, I was going to say stole, but both are correct.
Either.
No, but both are correct. But yeah, overall, I mean, excited about it. I mean, it comes out this week. We got 2-episode premiere. Excited about it. Nothing else needs to be said.
Do we know it's officially a 2-episode premiere?
I am 98% sure. And in fact, while I do this, all right, I want you to do a little dance. Do a little dance. Do a little dance. Yeah. Right, you can move on to the next one.
Well, no. So you were saying that you're assuming that she is in it. I think at one point at the end of the trailer, when all the heroes were kind of like walking dramatically, there was the White Tiger's niece with the white, like a bandana over her mouth. So that's why
I don't remember that, but you could very well be right.
Yeah, I remember. I saw it. It was very quick, and she was in the corner, so it was hard to tell. But I think it was
2-episode premiere.
It is 2-episode. All
March 24th.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think they ever like fully advertised that, so that's why I believe they
did when they announced the release schedule. But it was interesting that it's a 2-episode premiere. But I think they did the same thing last season too. But I could be wrong. But overall excited about it. But yes, so let us move on to then I don't know, you know what? Let's go Mandalorian and Grogu, because I think we'll talk more about Spider-Man.
That's for sure. There's a lot in that trailer.
There was a lot to digest in that one. The Mandalorian and Grogu, the teaser gave me... So there was a teaser, and then there was the extended trailer, I guess you would say.
So from what I saw, what I understood from the link that I sent you was this was the IMAX trailer. So apparently, if you saw the trailer in IMAX theater, it was an quote unquote extended trailer.
Okay. So my point I'm making though is the first thing that came out since the last time we were on was this little short, basically, 30-second video. This gave us more of an idea that the fact is they're not Mandalorian is Mando isn't hunting them; they're hunting him. It sounded like in that, which definitely makes it a little bit better, or why everyone's after him, or why he's having to deal with everyone.
Yeah,
because he's not wanting to do it himself; they're coming after him. So he's got to play offense to be defense.
Yeah, I mean, best
defense is a good offense.
It can go both ways.
Yes, but I think for this particular
one, it is the best defense is a good offense. So, he's got to get ahead of it.
And then the extended trailer showed us pretty much everything the same until the very end, which is him in the gladiator pit, facing a bunch of monsters.
Yep, giant creatures. I don't remember seeing the robots in other trailers, so I could be mistaken. There were like 3 mechs, kind of. Obviously not the AT-ATs and not the AT, the other one, but there were it was like a big ball mech.
Oh.
I don't remember seeing those in past trailers.
To be fair, I assumed we saw it, but I don't. I cannot recall. So you could.
There were a few scenes that it was like a little bit extra. Like obviously, like at the beginning with him talking about like, oh, you have to have a good armor. Like
but then there was also we saw the ATV explode before, but we didn't see them in it before.
Yeah.
So that was new. I mean, you're right. There were a few things that just extended it a little bit. That end was the completely new scene.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, again, we've talked about this. I'm more excited about it than I was earlier.
I mean, this is going to definitely be it's going to be a feel-good, happy Star Wars movie. It's like, this is clearly targeted for kids. It's not more from a mature audience, kind of like season 1 and 2 more so were. But, this definitely seems like it's going to be like an upbeat, like father-son adventure movie,
Yeah.
So, I'm definitely looking forward to it. That's another thing that's on our plate, May 22nd, which we, forgot about. So it's just one thing after another.
I feel like they finally announced the exact date in the trailer too.
No, we've known this for a while. I just forgot. We've known it for a while.
I thought they just said May. I don't remember them saying an actual day.
No, it was announced a while ago.
Okay.
Because I was surprised that they didn't release this on May 4th.
No, that's fair. But I think it's because there's going to be so much going on May 4th. They don't want to compete with Maul's.
Well, I mean, obviously with Maul and whatever. Like now that because this was announced, the release date for this was announced before Maul was announced.
No, that's true. That is also true.
Like now, I understand it, but when it was first announced,
at the time you didn't. I understand. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're going to be excited for it. We're going to watch it, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we already know that. So, Spiderman. A lot of stuff to discuss.
This was a really good first trailer. Not one that I was... So, I don't know if you saw this. Before we get into it, did you see the 12 2-second clip-it trailers that they released the day before?
No.
So before they released this trailer, Tom Holland announced, to celebrate the release of the Spider-Man trailer tomorrow, I'm going to give you a bunch of 2-second bits of the trailer that for the movie. So it was just a bunch of random stuff, that nobody, no explanation. So it was obviously everyone was getting hype. It was a combination of things because everyone was excited for it because they wanted to piece it together. But it was so little context that everyone was so pissed off that everyone was like, "This was the stupidest thing ever." You need to try to look for it. I didn't send it to you because I wasn't going to spam you 12 different links for 2 seconds. I know you would have been pissed at me, so I waited for the full trailer.
I would have been confused. I will say I have to say that overall, everything that was rumored or everything that was confirmed to be in this movie was shown in this trailer.
For the most part, yeah, definitely.
Because we got Scorpion. No, I'm talking about everything that was confirmed. Scorpion. We had Punisher. We had the Hand. We had Bruce Banner.
Yep.
We had give me a minute. No, I think that's it. Those are the only things that were confirmed.
Scorpion.
No, I'm talking about now. I'm talking about before.
No.
Before the
I
show.
know. Scorpion, Bruce Banner, like you said, the Hand. Obviously, MJ, Punisher, Ned. The idea is one of them is Jean Grey. One of the characters that we saw is Jean Grey.
Yes, but technically still not confirmed.
Yes, so like we know the actress. We saw a figure, and everyone is saying that this is Jean Grey. We don't know for certain.
Well, so the idea is she kept bouncing from body to body.
Yeah.
Which will be interesting to see Jean Grey as a villain. Just saying.
Again.
Well, no. This would be the first time it's Jean Grey, not the Phoenix.
Yes, I know, but for like the greater audience, like it's going to be, obviously from comic fans, they're going to know the difference. But for like a greater audience, because obviously Spider-Man is going to reach more than the hardcore fans, so most people probably won't be able to correlate the difference. Is what I'm saying.
They probably won't even know it's Jean Grey. So
probably.
So my whole point is just so we got to see Scorpion, we got to see him fight the Hand, which I'm very curious as to why he has to fight the Hand. Personally,
Yeah,
I'm not mad about it because it makes sense because it's all New York. Like everything we've seen is New York based because even the X-Men are from New York. So like there's nothing. The only one that's considered an outlier is Bruce Banner, but he could be just a professor at the school there, so it's not that crazy.
Yeah. There's a thought process. I don't know if so this was during the Clippets. I don't know if it is continuing after the full trailer is revealed, but people were saying that they're thinking that when Spider-Man was going around saving people, it was when Void was attacking New York. So it's correlating with Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Which makes sense because they're saying the tone of the trailer was very dark and very very gloomy for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. So like it could possibly work in that sense.
I mean, very much so. I mean, the good thing is it was so quick of a thing that it wouldn't be a main plot point in the movie either, which would be good.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because all these things are happening in New York because there also could be hints of what was going on in season 2 of Daredevil as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because it's all New York based and they're kind of bringing everyone together. The other thing is the narrator was talking about how, I shouldn't say it was the narrator. It was somebody talking about the life cycle of a spider and how it has 3 stages. And I think that's very funny because you and I talked about this yesterday, where the idea is we're under the impression we're getting 3 trilogies of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, which will make sense based on what they're saying of him having in each trilogy will be its own set in his evolution, let's say. This particular movie, at the very least, is he's getting a mutation. We're getting the mutated spider where now he's going to be having his organic webs.
Yep.
Which was the same thing that Tobey Maguire got.
Yep. I'm very interested to like how I'm interested to see him become Man Spider in this, like how far they're going to go, if it's going to be dragged out or if it's just going to be all at once kind of thing. Because obviously he's losing control right now. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's no question about that. I do agree with you. We're gonna have to wait and see on that one. I don't know if they'll go full Man Spider. I don't think so.
Oh really? Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, like some of this that's going on is like some of these scenes that were shown in the trailer is like correlating perfectly with the Spider-Man animated series.
No, correct. So you are correct.
It's pretty cool, like looking back and seeing how like parallel it is, and like it.
No, that's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when we saw his eyes turn.
The only difference is the fact that nobody knows who Peter Parker is. That's the only difference.
Okay.
But no, I'm very curious to see that. I'm also very curious to just like apparently he's also looking like he's gained some strength as well. At least that's the illusion that we got from him breaking steel with just his webs.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, let me rephrase it this way: we can't say for sure it's steel. It could be any metal, but you get my point.
Yep.
The hand is comic
Newly
book
found
accurate.
feats of strength.
So the hand has a comic book accurate costume. Um, it is to me perfect. I I'm still kind of questioning why, but I'm not mad about it. Punisher was hilarious in the trailer.
I'm looking
Um,
forward to their interactions. I really am.
well, clearly he knows who Spider-Man is, and they've dealt with each other at least enough to have those remarks with each other.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So that's very fair to say. We also see Frank have a full-on tank, basically, um, which is also exciting.
Which, to be honest, like with what he's doing in Spider-Man, if this is correlating with Daredevil season 2, I'm not going to be too upset that he's not in Daredevil season 2 now, He's doing something.
Well, that's my thing where it's like I kind of agree with you where it's like I think the idea is like they're kind of showing that the street level villains, although they're street level, they got their own territories to deal with, even though they might be just a river away.
Yeah, yeah.
We also get to see the fact that obviously he's mutating. We know that, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I just don't. Here's my thing. I don't know if we're going to get full man Spider. I feel like that'd be too dark. I feel like he's going to have a dream about it, though.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I will state this: Man Spider will make an appearance. I don't think he will literally turn into Man Spider. I think it will be a nightmare he has.
Oh, okay. All right, that might be possible. Yeah.
That's my guess. I only because just because in my mind, Spider-Man is still kid friendly, even though it's the MCU and everything else. I can't. I'm gonna go with a no for right now. I'm okay if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. I think they're gonna show it, scare everyone, make them think, oh no, he's gonna turn into it, and he's gonna wake up in a cold sweat and like drenched.
Yeah. Now there's clearly, I'm not going to say clearly, talks on the internet now with the final still frame of Spider-Man going to attack the hand. The hand and Spider-Man are flying towards each other.
They're in prison, right? That's what it looks like.
That I didn't pay attention to. I wasn't paying attention to the background, to be honest. I was paying attention to the front. But what I was focusing on was the fact that people are saying that there's going to be 2 guest character appearances that no one knows about. And so, who are you thinking it's going to be? Because the way that it's people are saying they're doing the same thing as
Endgame,
No Way Home, where
Spider-Man
was going to attack the 3 villains. The way that the villains were going, there were clearly the 2 other Spider-Man there, and they just cropped them out to make it for the surprise. So they're saying the same thing is going to be happening with the hand. Who do you think is going to be those 2 other heroes that are going?
Black Cat's got to be one of them.
Black Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
Black Cat, hands down. That's my immediate, right. As for the second one, my initial thought would have been the Hulk, but that makes less sense because the hand wouldn't go towards him.
Yeah, I don't think that's what I was thinking too, but it's like absolutely not.
No. Like I went there and I'm like, it doesn't make sense because the hand are smart enough to know they can't mess with him, and we're not getting. And for everyone who else needs to know too, if he becomes the Hulk, we're getting the regular Hulk back because he doesn't have his device on him anymore from She-Hulk, so he's going full Hulk.
Yes, he's going to lose control. Yep, or maybe not lose control.
I don't think he's going to lose control. I think he will be the Hulk.
Yeah. It's going to be the rumor. Like everyone is like, oh my god, it's actually going to happen with the.
So here's my issue though. Does Hulk know Spider-Man though?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like Hulk knows Peter Parker.
No. I know the comic book thing, but I'm talking about in the MCU. He doesn't. Hulk has never met Spider-Man.
He met him. Met him in Endgame.
No, he didn't. That was Smart Hulk. That was Bruce Banner.
Oh, yeah. Well, isn't it technically still the Hulk because they combined consciousness, didn't they?
No, it's technically Bruce Banner in charge. So Hulk isn't there.
So you're saying that the Hulk is like when Hulk isn't there, like you don't think it's going to be like a thing where they're both like in each other's head kind of thing? Because that's how I always took it. Like even though he's not in control, he's still his presence is there. He knows what's going on. Because like whenever every time Bruce Banner was trying to bring the Hulk out, Hulk would fight him. So he's aware of what's going on.
You're right. You're right. I think because we have not seen. Excuse me. You know what? No, that's not true either. We had. Oh no, because they weren't at the funeral together. It was only Endgame that we've seen them together.
What funeral? Tony Stark?
Yeah. Banner isn't there.
I thought Smart Hulk wasn't there?
Nope. I don't think so. Am I wrong?
I thought he was.
Hold on. I'm gonna look that up because I have a feeling he was like recovering still.
I thought he was there in a sling.
Hold on. Smart Hulk.
So there was another thing too while you're looking that up.
Yep.
Another surprise character. I guess there was, I don't know if it was a bus or a train. There was a character that I saw someone took a still shot. There's a girl sitting in the chair, whether it's a bus or a train, I'm not sure. And
Hold
she
on.
has.
I'm looking. I apologize. I'm just trying to see this. Continue.
So there's a girl sitting in the chair, and she has black and white hair, and people are saying it could even be Rogue. Coming in, so they might be slowly introducing X-Men into this film outside of Jean Grey,
which would make sense.
Yes. I don't know if you noticed that character. I didn't at first until someone had pointed it out, and then I
not off the top of my head. I'd have to rewatch it to be honest with you. God, they really are dragging this funeral on. I thought it would have been like clear.
Let's see.
Here we go. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. So yeah. I guess my thing is we don't get to see a interaction between them, so I just assumed no. So I'm wrong. I'm fine with that. They have met each other at the very least. Because I would imagine that they would have talked to each other at the very least as well. Because I can't imagine them going to a funeral and not speaking to each other.
I mean, all the heroes would have interacted in some way, reminiscing, whatever it is, you know.
No, I 100% agree with you. So that's kind of
especially because Spiderman was supposed to be Tony's next in line, you know.
There was another kid there that could have. Hey, he was from Iron Man 3. He exists.
No, I know, but
the potato gun.
He was Tony Stark's handpicked next in line.
Potato cannon, or potato gun. I don't remember now. Anyway, so there's a lot going on. So I'm trying to think of who else it would be. Oh no. I went Wolverine for a second. I was like, no, they. Well,
yeah, I don't think so.
No, but it would make sense. Like,
it would make sense, but
take away the Hugh Jackman away from it. It would make sense. However, it's got to be Black Cat, and then the other one. Oh, you know what? Hawkeye.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And either one doesn't matter.
I could see Hawkeye.
The reason why I'm thinking Hawkeye, specifically Kate Bishop, is because her stepdad is in jail or Kingpin jail. She might be trying to figure out where he is.
Yeah, that's true. The other two options could potentially be just other characters from the Defenders. Especially with it being the Hand, you know.
Oh, Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Exactly. Yeah.
I didn't even think of those two. They team up with Spider-Man all the time. Well, team up is a strong word, but yeah.
But I mean, with the Hand being involved, like at the very least, I think it has like Iron Fist at the very least.
But it also makes sense for Luke Cage to be there too.
No, it does, but
just because of Iron Fist. But no, that'd be interesting. I'm now very curious. Oh, that's me.
There's so many things.
Everyone, almost all the Defenders would have been back. Potentially.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible that we're already got them all back. You know, that would be pretty cool. But it's just like now it's like,
I just thought of something, because they're in prison, right? It could be the Raft, Hellcat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who Hellcat is? Hope you choke in your red velvet, you jerk.
Yes, continue. Yes.
No, do you know who Hellcat is?
I don't remember him off the top of my head. I know we've seen him. I don't remember where we.
Incorrect. It's a woman, and it from Jessica Jones, and it is her
friend. Yeah. Okay, yeah, her friend,
sister, basically. But yes,
I sorry when I say him, I know I've seen the character.
Well, the funny thing is, I think Hellcat is a man in the comics, which is even funnier.
I think I remember you mentioning that. I remember you did a character spotlight, and I believe you said that.
Because that would make sense too.
Mm-hmm. That would. Yeah, that could. That absolutely could. Depends on where this falls in the timeline compared to the other stuff.
Well, also too, the other reason why I'm mentioning is because it's looking like a jail, right? And so my thought process goes to that, right? I'm thinking of, because like, granted, we don't know what's really going on with these characters technically. The assumption is she's still in the Raft.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see on that one. And she would make more sense to team up with Spider-Man just because she's not all bad. She's definitely an anti-hero.
I mean, she lost her way. You know, she's not.
She's Punisher. I'll think of it like that. Like, we like them, but they're not good. Like, you know what I mean? But
well,
yeah,
I mean, Punisher doesn't go after people that don't deserve it. That's the thing. So
he makes sure that the people he's killing are the ones that need to die.
Yeah.
He does do his research. But what I'm getting at is, like, he's not like stereotypical good guy. You're right. He tries his best to make sure not to hurt innocents.
Deadpool. You know, Deadpool. I mean, you know,
Deadpool's a whole different thing. But yes, no, you're not wrong though. Ghost Rider, all those.
Yeah.
Blade technically too.
They just go after whoever they need to go after. It doesn't matter what line you're on, you know.
I really need. I know he doesn't want to be involved anymore, but like Moon Knight would be a good one too.
Yeah, I do really hope that stuff does get sorted with him, because I would love to see him be able to return, because I really did enjoy Moon Knight, and I loved Isaac as Moon Knight. I thought he did a great job. So I mean,
phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, this is stupid of what Steven say. We're super excited about Spider-Man. This trailer got me so excited.
It got me so excited, but as you know, now I'm falling for the trap and the only reason I'm falling for the trap is because Spider-Man does have a tendency to fall flat on the third with introducing too many characters. So I'm nervous with that. They did succeed No Way Home, but obviously they're still 2 for 1.
Well, what I was going to say too is just like with No Way Home, there was nobody new.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So everyone had it established, and I mean most of that was nostalgia. So
no, agreed. But my point I'm making too is a lot of this that we're seeing so far are not things we haven't already been introduced to.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the Jean Grey of it all, like the body switching, that is new, but that's the only new thing at this time.
We might get some new stuff, but otherwise, like overall, we have seen all of these characters already.
Yeah, we don't need a full detail of all of them because we know who they are. We might get a snippet of like, the Hand is a ninja organization that runs in New York. Like, you know what I mean? Like quick things like that, because it's like, Daredevil and the Defenders have had to deal with them for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm thinking.
They might mention the costume.
I will, if we get Defender Saga characters, if they don't say anything about the costume, I will be very disappointed.
I think that they have to make some kind of comment.
Sweet Christmas! I've never seen this much red. So yeah. So let's move on to Invincible, because I don't know if you know this, because I didn't know this. Did you know that She-Hulk is in Invincible?
She's one of the new characters. Is she the?
She's not new. She was in last season too.
Okay, then I don't remember who she was.
It's Alan's girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh,
she's
that's
been around
hilarious.
for a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, she hasn't had a big part. This is the first time she's getting like the full screen time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did not realize that because I was trying to figure out everyone's voices. By the way, we were both correct. Just so you know, Clancy Brown is a Viltrumite, but he also voiced the demon. So
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was introduced again as a because he's now played. This will be the third character he's played.
In Invincible?
Yep,
Who's the other
the
one?
Mummy.
Oh, right, you did mention that. Yeah, that's right.
The Mummy
That's
that we
right.
know that is the running joke of never coming out.
I forgot about that. um
Yeah, so I was surprised, not in a bad way, because he doesn't sound like himself in this one. When
no,
he's the Viltrumite,
so as soon as I saw the second in command and he started talking, I was like, I was right. He is a Viltrumite. And I forgot to complain to you, but no, I'm glad you
no, but
brought
I
that
also
up, 'cause
he
I
doesn't
completely
sound
forgot.
like himself. I will say that in a good way.
I thought it did. As soon as I heard his voice, I was like, that I know
You know
who
what's
exactly
funny?
that
It
is.
wasn't until I paused it where it has the X-ray on there to tell me who's talking, and I went, now I can't unhear it.
Yeah,
But
no, I heard it
originally I couldn't
immediately.
hear it. No, it wasn't immediate. So anyway, let's go through this because the first episode was basically
There was
Mark.
so much.
We're gonna break. I'm gonna try to break it up into three parts. So bear with me. So
All
the
right,
first
I'll be here.
the first part was basically Mark dealing with the fact that people see him as a villain.
Yeah, they see him
Um,
as a Viltrumite.
tomato, tomato.
I mean, no, I mean that like they're afraid of him. They like.
Yes, but I'm also talking specifically about the Invincible War.
Oh yeah.
So like all those Invincibles just basically just destroyed planet Earth, and now apparently all the villains have decided to come out and be like, let's do some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, everyone's down. Let's take advantage. You know, hey.
There was some weird things that were like a dinosaur creature that takes over and possesses a man, that Mark nearly kills, which I thought was kind of interesting. We also have the what are they called? They're not the Teen Titans, but they're basically the Teen Titans. You know what I'm talking about? They had a name before they joined the Guardians.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember the name.
So anyway, they joined back up with the Guardians. Cecil is incredible in the first episode of him just being like, we can't catch a break. What is going on? Everything that went wrong went wrong.
Everything is going sideways.
And then it ends correct in this episode with Conquest breaking out, and he's just like, I'm done.
Yep. It's like one thing led to another, and then when Conquest was like, he didn't kill me, that idiot. Like, yeah, you knew things are about to get screwed up. Oh man,
so good, just so good.
When I know I'm jumping around on you, but when Conquest returned back to Thrag and he was afraid, that kind of hit home. Everything okay?
Yeah, sorry. No, I agree, but I think the other thing too is it's Thrag, right? Thrag is that how you say it?
Yeah, Thrag.
Thrag basically because he basically begs for a painful death. And he's like, no, you don't deserve that. I want you to suffer longer, or you don't deserve that. Yeah, I forgot how he phrased it, but it's basically
I still have use for you. Basically, he's like, I have a mission for you still. So,
but yeah, it just so incredible. But no, so basically the first episode was just Mark kind of deal with the fact that he is
a lot of emotional trauma that Mark has been going through emotional trauma since season
also
1.
A lot of sex jokes through these 3 episodes. It starts off with Debbie and her boyfriend, and then specifically Oliver being like, you almost make as much noise as Mark and Eve,
yeah.
and I don't mind. And it's just like, and then I love how Debbie says at one point, please, the amount of times that those two have sex, I'm surprised they still have clothes on. Yeah. And I'm just like, what is going on? People are too comfortable.
I thought the oh man, which one was it that was? I don't remember if this was in episode 1 or not, but just continuing from last season with Alan the alien and his girlfriend constantly having sex,
So
and
that was second.
Nolan
That was the
is
second episode. But yes. So the only thing I wanted to say, and we'll go right into episode 2, is we also got to see an interaction between Mark and Eve's dad, and he is a jerk. Don't get me wrong, but this was the most honest he's ever been, or like the most. I shouldn't say honest because he's always been honest. This is the most I actually like agreed with.
I mean, here's the thing. He's not wrong in terms of like Eve has been hurt because she tries to help Mark because she wants to be there for him. And she can't handle the villains that, at least at this point yet, she can't handle obviously like a Viltrumite.
Viltrumite.
So like I understand that point, but to pretend that he is like worried about that in that sense, because obviously he despises that she's a superhero, so he wants to keep
No,
her
I
out
agree.
because she wants to do this. So now all of a sudden pretending that he's worried about her well-being, it's such a dick move because he's just trying to be the bigger guy.
And he quite literally is. The other, and I hate body shaming, but like he deserves it. He's also bald. But he's a jerk to his wife too. Like the way she was talking was like, oh, sometimes when you grow older, it might not be the same. And it's like, it's time for our show. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Yep.
I was like, ooh.
He's abusive.
In every way. And then we also see the fact that this is the first glimpse of Eve's powers not working correctly because she can't make a cup of coffee. And it also turns into pink liquid.
Yep.
So we then move on to episode 2 where Mike wants to get into sex right away.
You were the one who brought it up first.
No, I did not. I talked about Oliver making a joke about his parent. Well, no, not his parents. About his. What does he call her? Just mom? What does he call her?
Yeah, he calls her mom. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. It just because it's technically not his mom.
No, it's not. But stepmom.
Yeah, his mom's dead. So the big thing here is it's Alan the alien and Nolan. Oh no, sorry. It starts off with us going back in time on the Viltrumite planet, which I was not prepared for.
No, I was not. I was not prepared for that.
So I literally went. I had to pause the video because I thought that was Mark in an alternate universe.
I thought so. Like when I was looking at that, when I saw it, I was like, "Does this mean like Mark has other relatives still alive on the home planet?" And then as soon as it was going, I was like, "Wait, I bet that's his dad." So and then I saw both of his parents, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
So I paused it there because I was like, "Who the heck is this guy? Like, where am I?" And it says young Nolan. I was like, "Okay, I know where I am."
Oh, I didn't have to go that part.
No, I did. This was right from the beginning. No, I'm talking about like immediately we see him talking to those kids as he's going to crush that little girl's skull with his bare hand. And it seems like they were divided up into 3 groups. It's the children, the teenagers, and then obviously the adults. The kids get taught by the teenagers. The teenagers get rid of all of the kids that are unworthy, is how I took it.
Yep.
And then when teenagers become adults, their parents beat them up to see if they are worthy enough to stay adults.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
well, not necessarily. Like the teenagers, so I'm backtracking slightly, but the teenagers test the kids. And if the kids are not seen as worthy, I took it that the rest of the kids take the kids that are quote unquote unworthy out. I mean, also there are some instances where the teenagers could finish the job, but like they want to continue proving that the other kids are worthwhile by eliminating those that are inferior.
I mean, yes, I'll agree.
Because definitely when he put his hand on her head and like he put her on the spot and like all the other kids just like started like getting ready, I was like, oh, they're gonna jump her.
I thought so too, to be honest with you. So I was kind of just I thought that was going to be the case, but no. What I was not prepared for was his parents beat him up, Well, actually, those two came out of nowhere to beat him up, and then they're like, she's like, "Did you not realize it's the day you become an adult?" He goes, "No, Mom, I didn't forget." And I was like, "Oh, this is not going well." And I do have to say though, although his dad like backed off, he was actually holding his own against two full-fledged Viltrumites.
Yeah, he was. He really was. That was he was doing a good job. I mean,
I mean, I'm assuming you weren't meant to kill your parents, is what I'm thinking. I was thinking the idea was you were supposed to prove yourself worthy, and then if you were able to hold your own enough that you weren't, because it sounded like too that they were purposely beating you hard enough so your body would get adjusted to the fighting.
I mean, that's kind of just the Viltrumite way, where you fight until
Yes, but I mean,
can't
like they
keep
make it
going.
into a ceremony where mom and dad decide to beat you. But mom leaving was interesting. In
Yeah,
fact, I got to look that up because I have a thought that Nolan's mom is still alive.
I thought we saw her dead.
No, we saw his dad dead.
No, I thought we saw his mom too. When he was in the infirmary, I thought his mom was the one dead next to him.
We're gonna find out in a second.
Okay.
No, you're correct.
All right. Yeah. I thought that's.
I don't. So I will say this: they all kind of look alike.
You're being
So
racist against the racist race.
yes,
I like that you had to actually process what I
I
said.
did have the process. I just sit here and think about it and be like, I want to make sure that I don't just say yes. Let me make sure I heard everything. Yes. I also like that when the scourge virus and everything else was an incredible thing, and then that the planet's ring is quite literally just a bunch of dead Viltrumites.
The dead Viltrumite. I thought that was crazy. That was crazy.
That one messed me up. Honestly, Alan's reaction after it was done was
He's
perfect.
like, I can't believe you made me feel guilty about the Viltrumites. Like that was.
Also, can we talk about how I look for a second thought Nolan was dying? Like I'm like, how can he die? He's alive.
There's no way.
I'm like, but he said everyone who gets it dies, and I'm like, he got it. Like, what's going on? And then he walks out. And I was like, thank goodness.
It doesn't mess up with the timeline.
Oh, and then we also find out that there's the betrayer that caused a lot of damage before the scourge virus, because that plays a part later.
He killed the first supreme leader, or the supreme leader.
The first emperor.
What was his name? Agon.
Sure.
All right.
No, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I legitimately don't remember. That's part of my problem.
No, I know. I think
it was talked about. It was talked about in the beginning because they praise him in the sense of being like, even though the betrayer did such damage, it weeded out the weak. Yeah. So like that was the whole thing.
But then also like I thought that was pretty interesting because Nolan made a point to teach the kids where it's like we have never in history ever honored a past deceased Viltrumite because we're all supposed to be thriving to be the best. Like, what has he done that deserves this one and only honor? And obviously, like it's not because he was such a great leader. It was because
of what happened.
Because of what happened, and it's meant to be a reminder of what their people need to do to be better.
Yeah, it was the things that surrounded his leadership that got the Viltrumites to be stronger because of it, and so therefore it is used as a reminder of the incident that happened. Yeah. Because you don't want to have a statue of the betrayer. Mm-hmm. But then it goes to Alan the Alien, and Mike said it best. That he was like, I can't believe you made me feel bad about Viltrumites. And then we spend the rest of the time of Nolan basically stating he doesn't want to be a part of the war, but he'll help gather the weapons that are needed. And they get to the.
Can I just say that I loved this Star Trek bit?
I
absolutely loved it.
It was so awful, which made it so awesome.
Oh my god! It started and I was like, "Are they ripping on Star Trek?" And it just kept going, and I'm like, "They are 100% ripping on Star Trek."
But it was like the worst part of Star Trek. Like it was like, but yeah. So anyway, Nolan gets convinced by the leader, who is a Viltrumite, to like do this, and then hopefully one day he can join the organization. And Nolan's like, hell no. So then they go on this ship where there's Alan and his girlfriend have a lot of sex. where poor Nolan is on the couch, and then I'm skipping a couple of parts.
This is a callback to season 3 because it was happening and then too.
Yeah, but I think my favorite part was the fact of like he didn't have to be in that room, and Nolan was pissed. He was furious. I'm skipping a bunch of things because that needed to be talked about.
He just comes back and he's talking to the captain of the ship and he just glare and he like, I thought you guys were meant to be in the same room.
Oh, you guys were some sort of throuple couple. And he's like, and then after all the missions, Nolan comes back and he's like, no, I'm not mad. And he's like, are you sure? Because the captain's really scared. He goes, I'm not mad anymore.
That was, I loved that. It was funny.
Perfect. We also had, so we go through all these different things. We see is it antimatter gun? What is it? I forgot what it is. Oh, infinity gun. Rifle.
Infinity gun. Yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah.
And then the Space Rider, he decides to join after Nolan apologizes. And then we see that the Viltrumites basically destroyed almost all the other incidences, where at one point they moved the planet to dry it out.
Are you talking about the giant creatures?
I'm talking about the one where they needed water, so they made
sure. Right. I forgot about that. Yeah, they killed off the planet because they moved it closer.
Well, they didn't kill it off. They pushed it closer to the sun, and it happened to dry out.
Yes. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the other ones. The Viltrumites feared, so they froze them, so they couldn't become a problem.
No, because it was the dung beetles next, and the dung beetles Alan had to grab because his punishment for having to listen to all the sex that they were having.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he couldn't touch it anyways because it would have killed him.
No, he's able to touch it. It weakens him. It doesn't kill him.
Oh, okay.
He made it very clear that he needed to do it, and he was going to hold the rock.
Yeah.
And then we went to the planet with the ice, and then that's when the captain of the Starship Enterprise ripoff blows up the solar disk and nearly kills the two.
Thought he would make up to Nolan by helping.
I want to help him from realizing that there's an issue with the room situation, and I'm going to fix this problem. And she tore him apart, and she's like, I'm taking over. And everyone agreed, and it was great.
Yeah. I loved I'm captain now, and I'm permanently staying captain. What? This is a mutiny. No, this isn't a mutiny yet. Who agrees that I'm captain?
Everyone raised their hand. Now
it's a mutiny. I loved that episode.
It was perfect. It was perfect. And then Nolan finds out that the leader of this resistance is actually the betrayer, who also created the Scourge. Is it Scourge? No, Scourge virus.
I believe you're right. Yeah, Scourge.
Okay. And he nearly goes to kill the guy. And decides against it and realizes that he's going to go get Mark and his other son to help join the fight. Oh, the other thing. They were looking for Battle Beast, never found him. Boom.
Yes, they have yet to find him. Yep.
Yeah. And then episode 3 was it was a roller coaster of the now Rex, who is robot also, is fighting, trying to be the leader of the group, and he is not allowed. I guess the best way to phrase it. He's also doing a bunch of tests on Eve to find out what's wrong with her powers, to try to figure it out. And they had the Martian aliens, tentacle monsters, whatever you want to call them, starfish.
Yeah, I forget what they. I'm blanking on their name, but yeah.
As am I. They finally came out, and then Mark had to come and save the day and smash some guy's head in because they weren't fast enough.
And Mark is very upset about it.
Yeah, but you know what? Cecil, my friend, man, the thing, because we found out something about Cecil that I was not prepared for. And Cecil basically said, I make the calls so that way you guys can sleep at night because I gave up sleep a long time ago.
Yep.
And honestly, that made me, like, I have hated Cecil a bunch, don't get me wrong. But I have had the most amount of respect for him since last season.
Yeah, he's been really,
and he just keeps getting the bump.
He makes really stupid decisions like Conquest, but overall, like, he's really like Oh yeah, he's not as bad. The Sequids.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and then Rex was going against the leadership and was getting into some trouble during that as well. Because, excuse me, he went underground and saved a bunch of people and then himself.
He went into the sewers. Which, if he did
Um,
not do, they would have escaped. And,
which he tried to make very clear, but British guy said, "Hell no, you listen to me, boy." Um, and yeah, so it was very interesting to see all that. I also then we had Galactica, um, Galaxia. She was the creature that came down to absorb all the energy.
oh, the light. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so anyway, so that we see Eve's powers really fail here, to the point where she can't even do much of anything in this fight. Mark's able to take. No, sorry. Mark's able to hold her back until the staff is taken away from her, and then Eve comes in with a right hook that knocks her out, which was incredible. Then Cecil calls them to kind of get help with the situation over with the censure, whatever you want to call it.
The Sequids.
Yeah. But Eve can't come because she's powerless.
Yep.
So then Oliver gets to go on a mission for Titan, where he has to deal with the dragon who's back, and Mark goes to help him after he's done with the secloids, whatever you want to call them. The hive mind. First off, Mark and Oliver were just beating that dragon down. Granted, they know they can't kill him, but like, I don't. Does he feel pain as a dragon? I don't remember.
I think he does. I'm pretty sure he does.
I know he can't die. He can't die in that form.
He can't. He has to. You have to take out his physical body in order to stop the dragon. But I think he can feel pain.
So anyway, he ran away like a scared child. And then Mark nearly kills Titan, and Oliver's like, "Please stop. Please, let's not do that." Like,
no.
And Oliver being the voice of reason is terrifying. And so then turns out this was all a plan by Machine Head to get them all on his payroll. And he's like, "How you guys doing? Welcome back."
Which kind of like confuses me, because it's like, if they find out that he was the one who orchestrated it, why couldn't they just leave? You know?
Well, I think the idea is that the truce is off and then the whole organization goes against you.
Okay, yeah, I guess I can see that.
So, like, now you're a part of the organization. The rule is you're not supposed to attack each other at all. So, like, now he's got it where he doesn't have to deal with them as competition. They're now working for him.
No. I know that part, but
because he doesn't
make as much before. Like, why can't they just leave again?
Well, remember, Titan earned his way out of it because Machine Head was arrested, so he lost the power. Came back, got it back. Titan made an agreement with him to not be a part of it anymore. They were under the impression the dragon was dead. Clearly not. So when he died, the truce was over because he got rebirthed. So therefore, he's granted same guy, but technically didn't break the organization. Because he died, he was no longer a part of it.
But he didn't.
He did die.
Did he?
Yeah, remember, he got brought back to life. He was killed.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. I forgot about that. Yep.
Trust me, semantics with criminal empires are very key, especially supernatural ones. I'll just end my life, come back, and then I won't be a part of your group. And they're like, go right ahead, and it's like that's it. That's the point. So it also ends with Eve taking a pregnancy test and finding out that she's pregnant. Which is also my thought process of why she can't use her powers, because she's creating life, so she can't create atoms.
Yep, she is. Her body is out of sort, so one thing leads to another. Body changes, can't do what it's normally used to doing.
Correct.
Yeah, that one. When I saw the end, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I was like, they're doing this way earlier than I expected, which I'm not mad about, but I'm just saying in general.
I'm definitely interested to see where this goes.
Well,
I did look up if Mark does have a kid in the comics, and I did see that he does have a kid with Eve. So I did see that.
Oh, he's got multiple. They die a lot.
I saw that he has two, from what I saw.
So can I just tell you? Okay, this is this doesn't ruin anything for you because they might not do this in the show.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is they have kids, they grow old. Eve dies of old age. She gets resurrected because of her powers, comes back to being a young teenager again, like how she is in the beginning of the series. And then Mark and her live another life together, have more kids, and do all that stuff. The Viltrumite kids, they have two. They get killed. I believe they get more because you just keep popping out more kids as Viltrumites. Yeah, it's
You know, now as you're saying this, I'm remembering this, that you've told me this before, and I you know, I remember the same reaction where it's like, you know,
no, it's not
yeah,
good. Not good.
no, it's not. It's not. At one point, it's like I feel empty.
Well, I think that's why Viltrumites don't care. They just live so long that they're just like whatever. So I'm very excited for the next episode. We're going to be getting it. So next week we're going to be talking about the 2-episode premiere of Daredevil in the newest episode of Invincible. And right now we're going to be doing a character spotlight for me. So the character spotlight that I'm doing is a character named Spore. Now the reason why I wanted to do this character is because this character was supposed to be reintroduced into Spider-Man. However, this character spotlight is not of that particular character because he was just introduced. So I will be talking about the original Spore because there is nothing on the new guy yet other than the fact that he is taking on this new mantle, became Spore, and is apparently one of Peter Parker's oldest friends in the universe. And of course, becomes one of Peter Parker's villains, as they always do. So Spore. Spore was a living, thinking super bioweapon created by the Deviants when they were at war with the Eternals, back at the prehistoric era. When Spore was created and unleashed, it consumed any living being, human, deviant, or eternal, it could find. As he targeted all 3 celestial created species, Spore was deemed an abomination and a threat to the celestial schemes, and was destroyed by one of them during the second host. The creature's liquefied remains were absorbed into the soil beneath him when he was killed, and his essence survived in the plants that sprouted from the ground, allowing him to regenerate and come back to life in the place of his demise, now called Terra Verde. A country was controlled by a drug lord named Felix Gilmaro Caradad. Spore's essence ended up within the cocaine that was manufactured from the plants that contained it, and when the drug lord injected himself with a dose of his tainted cocaine, he was assimilated by Spore. The monster came into conflict with Wolverine and Labandra, leading to a vicious battle. Spore was eventually defeated when it was touched by a mutant named Sister Salvation, and her healing touch seared the monster without a trace. A small sample of Spore was actually survived the creature's destruction, and years later it appeared under containment by the high-tech black market network known as the Source Control, which is also probably why it came back in this new Spider-Man. But guess what? That's all we know about Spore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, fun facts about him. His power is immortality. After having consumed the Eternals, Spore acquired their genes for immortality, which I find to be very interesting because that's his only ability. So one of the big things here is his power grid is out of 7, like it always is. His intelligence is a 2 because it's normal. His strength is a 7 because he's absorbed celestial beings, basically. Cosmic beings, I should say. His speed is a 2 because it's normal. His durability is a 7 because he's immortal. Can't die. Which confuses me a little bit because durability and immortality are 2 different things.
Yeah.
You can be immortal and be in pieces.
That's fair. Yeah, you can.
So I just have argument on that. That bothers me a little bit. I hope that's not the only reason why he's a 7, but it's stating because he's immortal. I feel like that's weird. I don't like that, but that's just a me thing. His energy projection is a 1 because he doesn't have any, and his fighting skills are a 4 because he is an experienced fighter, and because he's absorbed some fighters, he has the ability to fight on his own, basically. And that, my friends, is my character spotlight. Quick, to the point.
I think that was your shortest ever character spotlight.
Like I said, I wanted to do it because there was a new character being introduced to Spider-Man. I thought it was going to have more than that. It didn't, but I was like, I'm not going to not talk about it. So here I am. So next week, we're going to be talking about any trailers that come out, because at this point, there's probably going to be a bunch more. We're going to be talking about the 2-episode season premiere of Daredevil Born Again. And we're going to be talking about episode 4 of Invincible. So for now, if you made it this far into the video, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Scott and Mike signing out of the Black Hill Podcast. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.